What's up, Money Minds? Welcome back to Market Briefs Video Edition. Today is October 6th, and here's some business and financial news you can finally use. Despite Bitcoin soaring above the $50,000 mark yesterday, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase had some strong words for the cryptocurrency. Jamie Dimon said that Bitcoin is a little bit of a fool's gold. Very strong words there. What do you feel about Bitcoin? Do you think that it actually is a bit of a fool's gold, or do you think it is the next big thing in the business and financial world? Whatever your thoughts are, drop a comment below before you go. In our market recap for October 5th, major indexes pushed back into the green territory yesterday, with some sectors rebounding in the broad market. Big tech companies led the charge for the NASDAQ. Even Facebook went positive despite a 5% slide on Monday and an ongoing whistleblower testimony in progress. We've got more on that story coming up soon. In addition, energy stocks jumped yesterday as U.S. oil prices topped $79 per barrel for the first time in a while. Chevron and Enphase Energy were both up by well over 1% yesterday. Next up in our financial tip of the day, let's plan everything out before we do it. Your journey with investing will be personalized to your comfort, as well as your current financial status. So what exactly does that mean? You guessed it, you'll actually have to evaluate your budget before you start investing and see how much money you have to work with. We wrote an article on this exact topic over on theminoritymindset.com, and if you're interested in reading that article, I will link it for you in the description below. In our first main story of the day today, it's time to talk about the Federal Reserve trading scandal. Put on your plaid-brimmed hat because it's time to become a detective. Back on September 9th, 2021, reports showed that several major financial transactions were carried out by Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan and Boston Fed President Eric Rosengren. Those transactions happened all the way back in 2020. But here's the problem though. Those two gentlemen helped put together the Federal Reserve's response to the fallout from the pandemic. In other words, it could be a conflict of interest or insider trading. Fed officials are not allowed to trade immediately before and during a policy setting meeting. Flash forward to September 15th, 2021, Senator Elizabeth Warren asked all 12 Federal Reserve Bank presidents to impose a ban on the ownership and trading of individual stocks. September 16th, 2021, the Federal Reserve Board said they will take a comprehensive look at the situation to make sure their Fed presidents are playing by the rules. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell insisted that he was not aware of the trading until Kaplan and Rosengren filed their annual disclosures. Moving on to September 27, 2021, Boston Fed President Rosengren pulled his retirement about 9 months early and stepped down on September 30th. And on October 1st, 2021, Bloomberg reported that Fed Vice Chairman Richard Clarida traded millions of dollars on February 27, 2020. One day before a major policy meeting by Jerome Powell. And finally, skipping towards the future, Robert Kaplan will retire as the Fed chairman of Dallas. This situation is still under investigation, so we'll keep you updated on anything that changes. In our second main story of the day today, looks like the world really does run on Facebook. Billions of people and Mark Zuckerberg's wallet are still recovering from the Facebook outage that happened on Monday. Here's the reason. After saying, oops, Facebook issued a statement about the reason for the outage. It doesn't look like it was hacked. Instead, it was the result of a configuration change in its servers. In other words, this outage was just allegedly routine maintenance. And we feel bad for that intern. Facebook employees were unable to access work tools during the 6-hour outage. So in non-technical terms, it was pretty hard for them to fix whatever was broken. So I bet you're all probably wondering, how much did this outage actually cost Facebook? Well, Mark Zuckerberg lost around $6 billion due to the outage. Not only did Zuckerberg lose money, but thousands of businesses around the world took a hit. An excerpt from the New York Times reads, "In Mexico, politicians were cut off from their constituents. In Turkey, shoekeepers could not sell their wares. And in Colombia, a nonprofit organization that uses WhatsApp to connect its victims of violence to life-saving services found its work impaired." Again, that's an excerpt from the New York Times. The bottom line is this though, it may have been nice to take a break from social media, at least for a little while, but the outage actually caused a ton of damage. It was eye-opening to see how many financial ecosystems rely on Facebook and WhatsApp. And don't forget, Facebook's Senate hearing happened yesterday. We've got more on that in just a few. That is it for our main two stories of the day today. So let's take a quick break to talk about today's first sponsor, Policygenius. You want to save $690 with home insurance, but the market is filled with overly expensive insurers. So how the heck do you find exactly what you need? It's easy. Just use Policygenius. No more bouncing around to different sites, blocking spam callers, or waiting for someone to get back to you. Policygenius is an easy-to-use platform that can save you an average of $690 per year with top-rated insurers all in one place. Nobody wants to pay more than you're supposed to, especially when it comes to insurance. And Policygenius totally understands that and will find out if you're overpaying on your insurance. Policygenius will compare your current insurer to others or set you up if you need to start from the absolute beginning. So if you're interested in home insurance and want to get a quote from Policygenius, I'll leave a link in the description below on exactly how you can do that. Thanks again to Policygenius for sponsoring this video, and now back to the news. In our third story of the day, dress to impress. Now that a ton of us are back in the office, we can't get away with wearing sweatpants anymore. Rent the Runway filed for an IPO Monday, showing a pretty intense pandemic-related rough patch. However, the clothing rental company also revealed a promising recovery. Here's the quick math for you. Rent the Runway's total 2020 subscribers went from 95,245, only 57,794 being active, a massive drop from the 147,866 back in 2019. Now there are a total of 126,841 subscribers as of July 31st, 97,614 being active. The company lost about $100 million back in 2020 and marked $171 million in total net losses. Rent the Runway debuted in 2019 as a subscription-based platform for users to rent designer clothes and accessories each month. During the pandemic, people did not have anywhere to be and really no reason to dress up, so subscriber numbers tumbled. The company lists the growing popularity of online sustainable shopping as reasons for its miraculous recovery. The CEO says to get more subs, it's going to work on normalizing renting clothes and all of its benefits. Like for one, it's good for the planet. Next up in our mind-blown section, new airbags are on the house. Volvo is recalling 460,000 plus vehicles due to airbag malfunctions that could be dangerous and even fatal during an accident. Tests showed that when the airbag is activated, parts of the inflated inside of the airbag may protrude outwards and could cause injury or death if the driver is struck by them. The Volvos being recalled are the 2001, 2006 S80 model and the 2001, 2009 S60 models. Around 259 or half of the recalled vehicles were sold in the United States, and Volvo plans to replace the driver's side airbag for free on all recalled models, and will reach out to owners within the next month to fix them. At this point though, Volvo has not announced how much this whole fix is going to cost them, but when a similar problem happened to Japanese auto supplier Takata, the company was out billions of dollars. Next up is our Pick Your Brain section, and we'll start this section with our second sponsor of the day, Fundrise. If you're searching for a pioneer company when it comes to investing, look no further with Fundrise. Fundrise is an investment platform that creates a simple, low-cost way for anyone to invest in real estate. And now, just for being a Minority Mindset viewer, you can try it for 90 days, and if you don't like it, they will buy your investment back free of charge. If you're interested in making a real estate investment with Fundrise, I'll leave a link in the description below on exactly how you can do that. In our second Pick Your Brain of the day today, congratulations! But maybe wait. Someone hit the Powerball's $699.8 million jackpot yesterday, a single ticket in California that actually matched all of the numbers. But you're probably wondering, how much does Uncle Sam actually take away from those total winnings? A 24% federal tax should take about $119 million, and the IRS will likely be owed more tax in time. so don't spend it all in one place. Next up is our Money Mind section, where we pull comments directly from you on our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and today, Guac Talk community. Recently, things have been getting pretty out of this world on our Guac Talk community. We even have some members talking about the Pelican Nebula from just a few weeks ago. So I bet you didn't know that Minority Mindset is finance meets astronomy. It's usually not, but we also have an off-topic channel on our Guac Talk community, and within the community itself, we have thousands of money minds just like yourself looking to talk all things finance, guac, and sometimes the Pelican Nebula. So if you want to join our free Guac Talk community, I'll leave a link in the description below on exactly how you can do that. Money minds, we are nearing the end of today's Market Briefs newsletter, so there's just a few more things to keep in mind. Windows 11 has started to roll out on computers around the world. 11 will be Windows's first major update in well over 6 years. Another thing to keep in mind this week is that Target will begin paying its employees an extra $2 an hour during the insane incoming holiday shopping season. One other thing to keep in mind this week is that cotton prices are higher than they've been in a very long time. Cotton futures closed up around 3.8% on Tuesday at around $1.09 per pound, the most in decades. And one last thing to keep in mind this week is that Grey Poupon officially makes wine now. Something you didn't know you needed, but now you do. The company, owned by Kraft Heinz, is selling a standard bottle of wine made with mustard seeds. I mean, let us know when you make a guac wine, Kraft Heinz. That is it for today's business and financial news. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe below. Keep hustling, money minds, and I'll see you all in the next one.